Hey everybody, we're live. It's basketball night tonight. First stream that I think I've ever done on the channel for basketball games. That's not my number one choice for when I'm doing play-by-play. But today it's a good one, Illinois basketball. So I say why not. And yeah, full game today. And yeah, it should be fun. Man, it is windy. It just felt like a whole thing just fell down on my house, but all it was is wind. Tyler says hi. He is on. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm going to go over a few things here in a few seconds, but I really hope that Illinois can cut down the turnovers, and hopefully that'll help them because what I'm going to mention here in a few seconds, the matchup really favors Illinois in a huge way. And I'm going to get to those specifics here in a minute. But here we go. Let's start with the visiting Syracuse, Orange, whatever they are. Battle of the Orange Bloods, I guess you'd call them tonight. ACC Big Ten Challenge. From Champaign, Illinois, Orange Crush rocking as they're showing here. It's a stripe game. Second time they've done that. And I got a few friends who were there. Packed house tonight. But it looks like we're actually going to start on time instead of what happens for hockey, where it waits for a long time. But we'll just kind of go as long. But Syracuse, one main thing that I found, they struggle to get back on their fast break defense. And the Illini like to play fast. And the Illini are not afraid to shoot. But Syracuse, they want to slow things down. Illinois is going to want to play fast. Syracuse is going to want to slow things down. Terrence Shannon Jr.'s Illinois' leading scorer. Judah Minsk, Syracuse's leading scorer and leading assist. But otherwise, tip-off just seconds away here. And both teams like to switch everything on defense, so that'll be another thing to watch as well. And the matchup inside, Danger versus Edwards will be key as well. Syracuse coming off a loss to Bryant, Illinois coming off a win against Lindenwood. Orange Crush rocking tonight. So we are just about ready to get underway. Jesse Edwards, Coleman Hawkins, who is starting. I don't know how I feel about that, as there was talk about him getting benched. 0 points against Lindenwood the other night. We'll see what happens here. But the player to watch, number 3 for Syracuse. And I say the guy for Illinois, it's got to be number 0, Terrence Shannon Jr., the senior guard. And for Syracuse, their star player, Judah Minsk, the freshman guard. All right. Tip goes to Jesse Edwards of Syracuse, who will start with the opening possession of the game. I hope you like my scoreboard setup, as Mintz has the ball here. Being guarded by Coleman Hawkins. Leaves it there for Williams, and now back up high Mintz. Mintz drives, kicks, and Edwards knocked away. Sky Clark able to play it in. Terrence Shannon Jr. Good start in the defensive end for the Illini. Matthew Meyer, Shannon Clark. Shannon manning the point. Works at this side, Clark. Now Clark looking for some space. Kicks it to Coleman and Hawkins in the corner. Hawkins, Meyer kicks for Shannon. 3. Misses it too far. Melendez on the offensive rebound. Layup no good. Rebound tipped around. And it will go to Syracuse. And now a foul after the play on Melendez. So, Illinois' first foul of the game. Syracuse inbounds it. They turn it over. And it's going to be Illinois basketball. Nope, they overturn it. Syracuse ball, as Hawkins must have tipped it. So we're already almost exactly a minute in. Yet to see any points. The 3-3 Syracuse. The 5-1 Illinois only loss coming to now number 3 Virginia. It's now Syracuse trying to move it up. Here's Williams, and now plays it up high for Mintz. Mintz on Melendez, drives with the left hand, puts it up, but no good. Meyer for Illinois with the rebound, and he'll start the Illini on the fast break. Meyer for Clark. Sky Clark, a huge recruit for the Illini. The freshman out of Los Angeles, California. Shannon to the corner. Meyer fakes the three. Back to Shannon. Drives. His pass blocked and in the hands of Mintz. Nearly 2 minutes in, still tied at 0. They dish it down low. Bodying up on Hawkins, who has a nice little defensive play to cut down Edwards at the rim. Now Clark for 3. Too long. And a defensive rebound for Jesse Edwards. Illini cold start to this one. Now Syracuse with a transition 3. That one's off the front iron. And another offensive rebound for Syracuse, but they miss a 3. Each team cold from deep range early on, as now the Illini will set something up here. Clark for Shannon, back to Clark. Sky Clark. Fakes the pass, and now Meyer in the corner. Fakes the 3, drives, spins, Hawkins! Yes! And the Illini are on the board. They lead 2-0. Coleman Hawkins averaging 8.3 points a season. He's the Illini leading us. He leads the team in assists. But that time gets on the scoreboard, and he's got some good defense here. So he already has more points than he did against Lindenwood. And it's the Illini's first with 17:10 to play. Here comes Mintz, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, fouled by Hawkins. That'll be his first of the game, team's second. And Mintz will go to the free throw line for 2. Judah Mintz out of Fort Washington, Maryland. He's averaging 16.2 points a game with 2 rebounds and 2.8 assists. So he's a scorer. $17:05 to go here in the game. First free throw for Mintz is nothing but net. Shannon will switch places with Coleman as both of them are down there on the block. I might call Illinois players by their first names, and I apologize for that because I'm just used to saying that. Matthew Meyer has the rebound after a missed free throw from Mintz, and now Clark will set the offensive things up. 24 in white, Matthew Meyer. And now Shannon kicks it for Hawkins. In the corner, Jaden Epps for 3. Yes! Epps hits a 3. And the Illini have their biggest lead today. It's 5-1. Epps has been good from three-point range to start this season, and it's number 3 in orange this time. Judah Mintz again. He's got Syracuse's only point nearly 4 minutes in. Nice defense out up top from Shannon. Ball comes over here for Bell. Down low, Edwards! Charge! Coleman Hawkins ran into, falls to the ground on his back. And Syracuse has a foul there. That's going to be their first of the game, I want to say. I'm not exactly sure. You're going to have to check me on that, as I have one showing on the scoreboard, but we'll see. Meyer, Hawkins, right on the elbow. Meyer, same spot. He opted not to shoot it. Instead, plays it to the block for Shannon. Now Coleman fakes the 3, drives, finishes. Coleman Hawkins, great start for him after a really rough game against Lindenwood. They were opting him to bench, but he's had a great start. 7-1 Illini lead, and now they got some good defense. Poster dunk. Judah Mintz on top of Sky Clark. Freshman on freshman. Syracuse with the answer. Hawkins to Clark, over to Epps. Clark pulls up. Deep 3. Too strong. Hawkins with the rebound, and he's fouled. Bryce and Boyd are on, my former basketball teammates, and Landon. Timeout on the floor here for television. And so far, we've seen what we kind of expected. We've seen Syracuse kind of try to slow things down, but when they've caught Illinois kind of trying to double team them up at the half court line or something like that, you're seeing them try to kind of cut back and find some open room towards the basket. And that's what we saw with Mintz moments ago, postering up Sky Clark. But otherwise, the Illini, again, trying to shoot those threes. They've only been 1-4 so far. We'll see. I'm trying to find how many. Yeah, only 25. So 1 for 4 from, I guess they've only shot 4 for threes. 1 from 4 for that mark. Otherwise, nothing more than that. I have a shout-out request for Landon, Bryce, Boyd, and Cristiano. Used to play basketball with all of them. Good to see them on as we approach. As we're up near 12 minutes here on the stream. First TV timeout, under 16 here, 15:29 to play. Fast starts has been an issue for Illinois. They've been cold out the gate, and that's something I'd like to see better. But home court advantage has helped with them as they're already 4-0 at home, and Syracuse is actually yet to play a road game. So keep an eye out for that as well. I got 3 more shout-out requests for 1 second here. For Katie, Kate, and Jenny. So in 1989, these two teams played in the Final Four, or in the Elite Eight, rather, and Illinois beat Syracuse 89-86 to move to the Final Four. One of their 3 Final Fours in team history, 52-89, and then 02 or something. Illinois ball here, Shannon, over the top to Clark. Guarded there by Mintz. Clark for Shannon. Back to Clark. Up high for Hawkins. Returns the favor to Clark. And now Hawkins beyond the 3-point arc. Here's Clark. Fakes the 3. Now he'll take it. And another missed 3. There's Shannon on the rebound. He was denied on the layup opportunity. But the Illini have another possession. Hawkins. Shannon for 3. Another miss, and Syracuse has the basketball. Under 15 to go now in the first period, or the first quarter. I'm so used to hockey. Hawkins forces a steal, and he dishes it to Epps, who put it up and in. Hawkins to Epps. 9-3 Illini. Nice job by Hawkins. He could have gone up, and he probably would have gotten blocked, but nice job to play it for Epps. Here's Mintz, this time guarded by the other number 3 on the court. Syracuse 3 to front, to short. Edwards with the rebound. And that jumper from Chris Bell, the freshman forward, is good. And it's 9-5. So Syracuse hanging in there. So now Epps for Clark. Here's Shannon. Left wing. Corner, Hawkins. Down low, Dane Danger. First touch of the day. He misses the layup. Up and under. No good. Syracuse pulls down the rebound. And now in transition. Jump stop. Kick. Edwards. Drives. Nothing doing. Now a 3 is good. Benny Williams picks up the 3. Syracuse within 1. Clark for Shannon. Hawkins, corner 3, another miss. Danger can't grab the rebound, and the Illini struggling early on. Now Syracuse in transition, a 3 is good. They lead 11-9. The Illini getting caught sleeping, and this is something. They want to slow things down, but it says unless they can find open looks. Danger fouled on the alley-oop. Boeheim did not like his team's defense there, but holy mackerel. What a horrible start for the Illini. They're missing layups, missing threes. Only made 1 3 to this point. And you couldn't ask for a much worse start, but luckily Dane Danger, who's a horrible free throw shooter, will be heading to the line and hopefully he can make 2 of these and tie it. But 13:05 to go in the quarter, or the half. Danger misses the first free throw. He can't shoot free throws to save his life. The Illini get a full line change. In comes Sincere Harris, who really helped in that win over UCLA with a few late steals early on. Danger has the second free throw. It's 11-10. Press here for the Illini. Syracuse able to break it. Now they'll slow things up. Guarded by Epps at the top. And now in the corner. Drives. Kicks. Pass tipped. Intended for Edwards. But able to be regained. Having some issues there with Harris. Now over to Edwards for Syracuse. Pull up jumper. Too strong. Rebound there. Goes to Ty Rogers. And now Sky Clark for Jaden Epps, who will get the Illini a little rest, as they'll just hold it at the key for a bit. Now Danger, nice play, but Rogers missed the layup. The Illini can't make a shot to save their life. They missed 7 of their last 8. Now another transition 3 for Syracuse off the back iron. And now here come the Illini in transition. Sky Clark with a few fancy dribbles. And now Sincere Harris, Sky Clark. Sincere Harris, Sky Clark. Epps loses the handle, luckily able to grab it back. Here's Harris for 3. Another miss and another Syracuse defensive rebound. I don't know if you could be any worse from 3-point to start a game. The Illini already 1 for 8. Syracuse has made 2 of 6. They'll shoot another one here, but they miss it. Rebound to the Illini. Epps, Clark. Jaden Epps pulls up. Another miss long. What are the Illini doing? Get the ball to Dane Danger. Get the ball to the rim. This is a disgrace. Almost 10 points in just under 11 minutes. They are 1 of 9 from free throws, or from 3 points. 11 to play. Corner 3. No. And nice job by Clark to grab the rebound. Clark, Epps. Harrison Clark play catch. And now Clark will feed Danger down low. Nice play. Rogers finish. Ty Rogers puts the Illini back on top with just over 10 minutes to go here in the first half. It's 12-11. Dribble, drive, kick, alley-oop with the smash. Illini, Danger, just so slow on defense. Jesse Edwards has the finish. And this is, we're so bad. We can't get off to a good start to save our life. Epps to Danger. Danger has nowhere to go. Back up high to Epps. And now Harris. Sincere Harris. Jaden Epps. Nice play to Danger. Drives baseline. Finish, but the foul. Charging Danger. That was an absolute flop on Jesse Edwards, who already seems like a little punk. The Illini sucking as usual through the first 10 minutes. This team is so overrated. they're a piece of crap because nobody in that team has a brain. They don't know how to adjust. They don't know how to do anything. And it's ticking me off. This is a team that every single stat favors you, and we come out of the gate sleeping like I don't even know. Danger's getting the ball, but he doesn't want to score. He's just kicking it right back out, and the guy's not open. We can't make a three. You've got to make threes against a team that ain't going to guard you. And you got to get the rebound, most importantly. We don't have a big guy, but if you box out, you'd get the rebound. Simple as that. Syracuse will have the ball coming out of the timeout after the charging foul on Danger. Danger, sophomore out of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. He's averaging 13 points a game and 7 rebounds. Who's the Illini's leading rebounder. Our leading rebounder has 9 rebounds a game. That's how bad we are at rebounding. I mean, this is a team, this is an Illini team that has to play Maryland, who's number 22nd in the country, and then they have to go and play Texas, who's number 2 in the country. And if you're going to play like this junk and you aren't going to, we had ever since Friday, and we probably just looked over Linden. What didn't even study on then? So we almost had 2 weeks to prepare for this Syracuse team, and you come out looking like Rutgers or somebody that's horrible. Because it's simply horrible. Even against all these Division III schools like Lindenwood or high schools, whatever they are. I know they're D1, but they play like high school teams. They're still close for the first 10 minutes of the game. We can't get off to a good start, and we can't score in the first half. Like, we have 12 points through 12 minutes. My baseball team could score more runs than that in the first 12 minutes than Illinois basketball could do. And there's 100 more points in a basketball game than there is in a baseball game. And when Danger's on the floor, I have liked Danger as an option away from Coleman Hawkins this season. But this game, you got to have Hawkins on the floor. And we got to stop chucking up threes. Syracuse is a team that's averaging 44 points per game, and that's 134th out of 368. So the team doesn't score. I mean, 74 points isn't bad, but when you've had all these knockoff non-conference games, that is bad. Hawkins back on the floor for Danger, along with Clark, Meyer, Harris, and Epps. Epps with some good defense up high. And here's Torrance. Samir Torrance. And that kick down low. It's not a foul. These Big Ten refs. This isn't just biasm. In every game, the Big Ten refs do not let them play. They will call everything. The Maryland man, Judah Mintz to inbound here. As Jim Boeheim is playing, or is back at the helm. Oh, geez. What are we doing? We're just sitting there like a bunch of 2-year-olds, not even guarding the rim. We didn't jump up for the rebound. We didn't box them out. The finish is there. It's 15-12. Shannon, corner Meyer. It's tipped out of bounds. This team's a joke. 9:20 to play in the first half, and it's 15-12. You scored 12 points. What do you learn? You haven't made a 3. You can't get to the rim. What do you do? I don't know because I'm not a coach. But don't do what you're doing now. Shannon to Epps. And now Shannon to Epps again, who will shoot a 3, and he's got it. Jaden Epps. He's made 2 of the Illini's 2 3-pointers. He's the only one who's made a 3 today. He's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. It's 15-15. Tied it all. Under 9 to go now. Harris being spun around by Torrance. If you guys fall to the ice, since their Harris slow to get up, he can't get back on defense. Oh, he did, but he committed a foul, and now he goes to the ground, limping. Stupid play by Harris. I understand you want to get up and act like you're not a baby, but why do you run from behind him and jump over him and foul him instead of Meyer, who's there, who just, Meyer doesn't even jump either and try to make a play. He just will let him go up. I guess Harris maybe saved 2 points there. See what Syracuse can do on the free throws. What a terrible start. You get a packed house. You get great crowd energy. What do? You don't build off of it. You just come out like you usually do asleep. Jesse Edwards at the line has the first one. Ugh! We're going to end up destroying them probably. But you got to get out to a good start. We're going to play number 2 in the country in a few days. Get out to a good start. Show that you want to be there. Because that's what they haven't done so far today. It's 17-15 against this team that just lost to Bryant. And they were getting dominated by Bryant. In every category of the game. Terrence Shannon. Jaden Epps. He's got nowhere to go as he's double-teamed. Shannon. You got Meyer in the post. Pass it to him. Instead they opt for Hawkins, who's cornered, but he's able to get the the hook finish. Nice job, Hawkins. Illini asleep, getting back in transition, and Meyer commits a foul. Hawkins is talking his normal crap instead of getting back on defense. Meyer has been flat-footed all game, and another opportunity at the free throw line for Syracuse early on. Horrible. Edwards at the line again after he just made 2. Yeah, let's foul the guy that's made all of his free throws so far. Good idea. He missed that one. Orange Crush making some noise here. Edwards' second free throw. He's got that one. 18-17 Syracuse. The Illini got to get a run. They got to get momentum. Last year's team and the teams before with DeSumo and Coburn, they were able to build off momentum. This team just continues to chuck up shots. There's one from Shannon, but he has it. Terrence Shannon, junior huge 3. Let's build off of it. Stop pressing so that you can get back on D, because then you double team. I understand you're able to corner him, but look, a long pass connects, and they've got a lane wide open to the basket. Drive, dish, Edwards. Brick. Hawkins with the rebound. Nicely done. Shannon in transition. Come on, speed it up. Shannon behind the back for Coleman. Back to Shannon again. Yes! Terrence Shannon Jr. back-to-back threes. The Illini lead by 5. Huge. Here's Mintz. Illini fans here at State Farm Center liking it. Torrance. And now a jumper from the free throw is good. Play some defense and stop giving up this easy crap. 7 minutes to go. Here's Epps. Epps, long 3. Too short. Illinois ball. I thought that was going to be Syracuse ball. They gave it to Illinois as it goes out of bounds. We'll have the under 8 timeout. Illini score. Get 2 straight threes. You're looking like you're going to go on a run. And then again, you just fall asleep after you score. And then you just give up a wide open shot from the free throw. High percentage look. I could have made that. A 100-year-old person could make that. A 2-year-old could make it. You got to play the game the right way instead of thinking that you're hot stuff because you can make a 3-pointer. For some reason, college sports bring out the most frustration in me instead of professional sports. which is weird, but I think it's because of rankings. I think that rankings in college sports make me get more intense with college. But it's simply silly. Because my thought always is, if you can't beat Syracuse by 30 points, nobody's going to take you serious. And I said this after the Virginia game. If you can't beat then number 16 in the country, who was then in the top 5, then you probably can't win the tournament because you're probably going to run into them again. And with a team like Illinois that's horrible at making adjustments, no shot. No shot. And these are the games you got to have when you're going into such a tough stretch with 2 ranked opponents next. A team that's 3-3 that just lost to Bryant and was dominated in every facet of the game. Just putting it out there. They just said that Terrence Shannon Jr.'s his first offer was from Austin Peay. And now he's playing for the 16th ranked team in the country. Line with the ball. Here's Meyer on the inbound for Clark. Meyer sets a screen. Clark generates some room. Back to Shannon. Returns it for Clark, who does the same to Shannon. Hawkins. Shannon for 3. Hey, missed that one badly. Syracuse, another rebound. Rebound the ball. If you got 3 people standing there, they got 1. Grab it. Syracuse missed the jumper. Might have been intended for an alley-oop. Now Clark with the drive and the denial. Torrance with the block. And those are things you got to finish on. We're getting looks at the rim. We've had 4 or 5 layups that we've missed. Now the inbound almost turns over. This team sucks at turnovers. They have way too many of them, and they've already had 3 block shots, and then they've already missed about 4 layups. Hawkins inside. Now the corner 3 for Meyer. Fakes it. Shannon. Hawkins drives baseline, runs into a wall. Meyer for 3. Rings in and out. Another defensive rebound for Syracuse. And they will come back and slow things up. Now a drive. Left hand. Denied Shannon. Now Clark. Dishes for Hawkins. Rogers back to Hawkins. Now Meyer. Good ball movement to Shannon with the finish. He's got a 3. 26-20. Illini back out to their 6-point lead. Terrence Shannon Jr. already has 9 points. That's 11 short of his average. All of them via the 3-point ball with 5:30 to play in the first half. Illini have already taken 16 threes. 5 of them have gone in. Now a jumper on the other end. Coleman Hawkins unable to get back in defense. That's frankly the worst call I've ever seen. He never even touched them. But these weepy little Big Ten refs call a foul anytime they touch them because they think it's a bunch of toddlers who are going to cry every time they get touched. And they call that horrible foul. Show a replay of that. Not even close. 2 free throws coming up. Also, Illinois football is horrible at this. Make halftime adjustments. First free throw, long, no good. Who is that? That's Benny Williams, a sophomore forward. He weighs in at 6'8", 215 pounds, and another guy from Maryland. They got 2 guys on their roster out of Maryland. And this is the Williams guy. Averaged 6.8 per game, 5.2 rebounds, and 1 assist. His second free throw is right on through. The Illini lead cut to 5. It's 26-21, 5:23 to go in the first. Sky Clark, RJ Melendez, back to Clark. Dribbles one time with the right hand, and now Hawkins looking for somewhere to go. Shannon, drive, kick, Clark, 3, no. Rebound, 2, Syracuse again! And now Mintz, down low, wide open, get back on defense, Coleman Hawkins. 23-26. Illini just cannot get back on defense for some reason. Melendez, corner 3. He's long. Finally an offensive rebound. Now, Shannon, another 3. He misses horribly. Syracuse, stop shooting! Mintz, corner 3 to tie. It's blocked. Hawkins, good save. And now Clark running the floor. Clark denied, but he's fouled. Horrible. I don't give a care if you're fouled. Go up strong with that ball. Finish. It doesn't get any worse than this. I mean, it does. But for number 16 in the country, you can't be this bad. Because you can't expect to win if you got a bunch of whiny babies on your team that think they're hot stuff if they can make a layup. Because that's what Hawkins does. He can't keep his head straight. So now 2 free throws coming up for Sky Clark. If you're going to get a free shot, make it. They're giving you 2 points. They say every time at practice, they spend an hour on free throws. Well, it doesn't show. Because this is your... Because you can't make free throws. Nobody, and that's how it's been. He misses both of them! Ugh! I'm making a fool of myself on this stream, but I don't even care. Because this team's a joke. Everybody thinks, oh, they're going to win the Big Ten. I hope so too, but if we don't learn how to make adjustments, then that's a stupid dream. As Dane Danger, why did you touch it? Stupid plays. Our brain's not in the right place. A guy just shot it. It was going out of bounds. And here comes Danger. Oh, I'm going to try to save it because I thought we tipped it, even though there was nobody within 10 feet of him. Stupid decisions. Easily inbounded. Illini switch. And that's when the switching's stupid. Wide open 3 is misses. I thought it was going to go. It did not. Here's Coleman Hawkins. Fixed the pass to Epps, and now Sky Clark. Here's Shannon back to Clark, and now Epps dishes. It's kicked. Thank you for that call. Timeout on the floor. It's the under 4. And boy, do I ever need to stand up and erase my mind of everything that just happened in those first 17 minutes. It's horrible. Simply awful. 5-star recruit. He can't make 2 free throws to save his life. So whose ball will it be coming out of this timeout? I don't even know. All I know is I've never seen a team so incompetent of using their brain. It's stupid stuff where it's just you're not paying attention to the play. You get too cocky, or you don't learn from what you've been doing. What have you been doing? You've been chucking threes, and what has resulted in that? Missing, and then I'm going to make it. Let me just run back to defense instead of going in hard and trying to get to rebound and get another possession. Stop chucking threes, rebound the ball, run an offense, try to score on fast break, and get back on fast breaks for Syracuse. Like I've gotten rid of it right here. They're not afraid to shoot. All right, Illinois. What? They've already had 23s within 17 minutes, and I can assure you most of those were just chuck-ups. Epps has shot, he's made 2 of them, but 2 or 3 that he's missed have been 10 feet past the three-point line. Right when we came down the floor without running an offense. And Syracuse, another thing I've written down, they struggle on fast break defense. Well, maybe they watched us and knew that we wanted to get out on fast break and tried to fix their defense, which they've done because their fast break defense has been good. And another thing, Syracuse wants, at least in that Bryant game, they wanted to slow things down once they had open looks. They're going fast and they're shooting because they have open looks because we can't get back on defense. Out of the timeout, Illinois ball. Here's Shannon. Now feeds Coleman at the free throw line. Down low, Danger. He's fouled before the shot. Foul coming on 55, Manirahima. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Softman center. He's 6'11", nearly 7 foot, 220. Out of Short Hills, New Jersey. .322 to go in the first. Shannon for Epps. Epps near the I logo at center court. Well, brings it near towards the line. Hawkins, nice play to Danger, bodying up inside. There's a finish, Danger. First points of his day. He's finally able to strengthen up in there. The Illini get up to a 2-score lead here and bring their press again. Driving and traveling is Juna Mintz. This Mintz kid reminds me of Andre Curbelo. He's really good, but he sometimes tries to do too much. And obviously, Curbelo now transferred to St. John's. The former Illini would always get ticked at him. Mintz will sub out here. All right, this is when you need to take advantage. You got a 5-point lead. You're on a whatever 2-0, whatever you call that. 2-0 thingy. Shannon with the 3. Misses it long. Nice job, Danger with the rebound. He's blocked again. You guys are the same. Maybe they're the same height. Let me see. Danger's 6'9". Edwards is 6'11". 2-inch difference. This guy's blocked you 3 times. But finally a good hustle effort play by Danger on the interior. Now Danger unable to get back on defense, but he's able to eventually do so. He got caught sleeping initially, able to make up with it and come from behind with a block on Edwards, who has been beating the Illini simply all game. This guy, when I was watching their film against Bryant, he really couldn't guard the paint. At least maybe just Bryant had a sneaky good guy, but this guy, Edwards, was beat on multiple occasions as he misses the first free throw here. And he also couldn't score on the interior either, but for some reason, he's been able to do that, which I find bad. Second free throw missed short. Rebound to the Illini. And we have a foul on Syracuse. Maybe a hook on hold or so. Illini will get the ball. That's Syracuse 6th of the game. The Illini are up to 8. So Syracuse now in the bonus. 1-1 bonus. Jim Boeheim, no idea what happened here, and he's just going to laugh it off. Matthew Meyer back on the floor. Shannon fakes the pass to Epps and plays it up high for Clark. Now Shannon pump fake. Epps corner 3. That's been his money spot. Can't hit it that time. Meyer on the rebound is fouled. On the ground, they say. But it's going to be 1-1 for Matthew Meyer. Meyer's first free throw. No, I don't think Illinois made a free throw yet. Danger went 0 for 2. Clark went 0 for 2. And now Meyer 0 for 1. Luckily, they get a help with a Syracuse turnover on the other end, as we are now, Illinois is 1 for 5 on free throws. Syracuse has already shot 10. And they're 5 for 10, 50% on that. Here's Sky Clark manning that point guard position. Clark down low, Hawkins. Now Epps at the wing, back for Clark. Clark and Epps, nice feed, Hawkins. Back out for Epps, drives. Now to the corner, Shannon. To the paint, and now back out for Clark, then Hawkins. It's 5 to shoot. Hawkins, Meyer for 3. Nope, he misses another one. Meyer can't make a shot to save his life at this point. He keeps hitting the broad side of the bar. 28-23, 1:20 to go in the period. Syracuse brings it up with 20 to shoot. Edwards being guarded by Hawkins. Illini continue to switch everything here. Oh, they didn't there, as Epps was able to work around that screen. Now the drive, jump stop, and now back up high. Looking for somewhere to go. 1 to shoot. He didn't see it. Didn't get it off. He got a shot clock violation. Another Syracuse turnover. It's Illini ball. Here's Shannon. We're now under a minute to go in the first half. That has been absolutely atrocious for this number 16 Illini team. Here's Epps for Hawkins. Over to Clark. Meyer. Pass was kicked by number 5. Justin Taylor, freshman guard out of Charlottesville, Virginia, averaging 6.4 points per game. He's been out there for a few minutes here. Line on the inbound, Clark. For Epps, Clark, Shannon. We've seen that trio a lot so far today. Hawkins all the way across for Epps. Shot fake, loses the handle, but we have another kick ball. Terrence Shannon Jr. to inbound. He'll just play it up high for Hawkins. 20 to shoot. Off a screen. Shannon. 3. Air ball. Meyer. Nice job to grab the rebound. Nice pass. Kick to Clark. Too long. Foul on the Illini underneath. What a joke! And you can't make a 3! Stop shooting threes if you can't make it. And rebound. Grab the ball. Box out. Do something to beat a Syracuse team that's 3-3. They just lost to Bryant. Joke. 1-1 for Syracuse. Horrible. John Bolajak, South Sudan, junior center. Horrible. That's all I'm going to say. This team just lost to Bryant. Bryant scored more points in the first half than Illinois did. First free throw, no good from boy Jacques. And now the Illini will run the clock out. Nope, they'll call a timeout. 14.8 to go in the first half. Get some points here. Drive to the basket. Stop chucking. Stop being, this is what happens at Illinois football. Stop being so one-dimensional. Here we are sitting at the top. Oh, we're just going to pass it back with a few guys here beyond the three-point line. Let's go down low to Hawkins. He's not strong enough to bounce in there. He's just going to kick it right back out. Let's chuck a three, and with one guy down low, let's try to get a rebound. That guy can't do it. Let's commit a stupid foul, or then let's try to press and not get back on defense. I could coach this team right now and do better. I'm not saying it's on Brad Underwood. I'm mainly blaming the players. But Brad Underwood's got to get on these guys. Because it's really bad what it's been so far. Get some points here and get yourself a little bit of a cushion. You've got the possession arrow, so if it stays like that, you get the ball coming out of the second half. Epps can get it in. He was able to eventually find Hawkins, nearly a 5-second violation. As now Clark and Epps play catch. Now it comes this side. Shannon, Hawkins, shot fake, drive along the baseline. Nice feed. Meyer! He dunks it in. And the Illini with a huge 2 points as time will expire in the first half. Huge first half end for the Illini as they are able to reach that 30-point mark. 30-23. They faced some adversity early on, major adversity. They've been able to somewhat handle it. They'll be able to take a lead into the half. But it's been an atrocious, disgraceful, embarrassing first half for this Illinois team. You're 16th in the country. You can't beat a team comfortably that just lost to Bryant. We'll see what happens in the second half, but here's Maryland. Oh, they get to play Louisville. It was 0-6. Stupid Maryland, number 22nd. They're 6-0. Louisville's 0-6. Everybody's making a deal. Oh, they're winning. This Maryland team's legit. Yeah, the team's 0-6. Don't be saying that about Illinois because they're only beating Syracuse. Don't get my hopes up because they're only beating Syracuse by however 7. Clemson's playing Penn State. Oh, Penn State's winning. They're legit this year. Yeah, they're up by 6 against Clemson, who's 5-2. They lost to Iowa, who's super overrated. Oh, I guess they're showing the highlights now. But some things that announcers just do now ticks me off. Because they think that if you can... They think that if you beat a bad team, oh, they're legit. But some of that stuff, and I'm one of those people that always take the worst of something. Like, I'm like, oh, if we lose this game, then we definitely can't do anything in the tournament because Syracuse is one of the worst teams we'll play this season, blah, blah, blah. But I'm that kind of person that always takes worst case scenario. And they just said that Illinois has great depth and great backcourt. So here's our breakdown, all right? Yes, we have a good backcourt, but they also get silly at times. They're either force plays or are too lazy to try to do something. Or, try to make a play. They're either too lazy to make a play or they try to force something. And it's a mental game for this Illinois team. They've got the skill. They have plenty of that, but they don't have the brains to do it. And that's something we got to fix throughout the season. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take a quick break here. Illini up by 7 at halftime. And then we'll get the ball coming out of the half. But this is a team that they should be blowing out. We'll see what the second half brings. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, I made it back. I'm going to warn you now. For the one person, two people that are on. If I'm not talking at halftime, don't worry. Halftime is my break time. And trust me, I'm exhausted. I just PA announced because I'm the PA announcer for our school basketball. It's pretty much sports in general. I just announced 2 straight games. Both of them were blowouts, but they still just took forever. And when you talk for 2 straight hours, followed by talking for 2 straight hours, 4 straight hours, also just sitting down too, it really tuckers you out. So don't be too scared if I'm not talking. Tyler's back. I feel as though win against Syracuse, a win against Maryland, followed by a close loss, or even better, a win against Texas, then I say people, then the rankings will like us. But if we play a close game with Syracuse, win or loss, a close game with Maryland, win or loss, and then get blown out by Texas, you probably won't like that. So I'm pretty sure hockey intermissions are 18 minutes and basketball halftimes are 20 minutes. That's probably why it always feels longer. But yeah. This has really been a different game from Syracuse than I expected. Their fast break defense has been good. They know that Illinois wants to run the floor. They've been able to handle that to this point. I said they'd slow things down unless they are able to find an open look in transition. And they've gotten those open looks. It's just been a matter of if they could hit them down. They've hit plenty, but they've also missed plenty. Don't get me wrong. They haven't been afraid to slow things down as either. A few sloppy turnovers by either team. Illinois really struggles with turnovers. But and another thing I have down is sometimes Syracuse really gets sleepy on defense. But they've done a good job, like I said, during the pregame show, switching everything like I said they would. And they've been able to stay in this game with number 16, Illinois. And a matchup I had to watch was Danger versus Edwards inside. Edwards has dominated that. He's blocked Danger 2 or 3 times. Danger's only gotten 2 points. Edwards has like 9 or something to this point. But yeah, that battle has been dominated by 14 and an Orange tonight, senior out of Amsterdam, New Netherlands, Jesse Edwards, who's averaging 14.5 points per game, and he's already got just over half of that, with 10.5 rebounds and 0.8 assists. All right, now we're moving to the Illini with our little halftime recap here. We're going to you have to play Big Ten play. Same with Syracuse, playing the ACC. Brad Underwood back at the helm again. Same with Jim Boeheim for Syracuse. But Terrence Shannon Jr., the Illini's leading scorer, I believe he has the most points for the Illini at halftime here with 9 or so. Dane Danger's been the team leading rebounder. He has not been able to get over the 6'11 Edwards yet to this point. 2 different height advantages there with Danger sitting at 6'9". The weight difference favors Danger, though, big time. Leading assist leader for Illinois has been Coleman Hawkins. We've seen him get incorporated in the offense nicely after there was talk about him getting benched. He's been good to this point. But the Illini want to play fast. That's simple. And it seems like they haven't been themselves in transition to this point so far. I feel like they've done a good job limiting turnovers, but they haven't done a good job limiting fouls. And they haven't done a good enough job of getting out with their speed and in transition. They're not afraid to shoot. That has been the case. I think they've attempted 20-some threes already. They've only made about a quarter of those. So that's something I'd like to see. Just get the ball to the paint. Hawkins has been good. He's been able to hit his shots. And then we'll see if Danger can come out strong in the second. And then they're going to try to find room in the paint or the Illini. And there hasn't been any. Syracuse is going with this 3-2 zone here. And the Illini haven't been able to break it. So we're going to commercial break before we return. It's 30-23 Illinois at halftime. But I honestly feel like if we can get on a nice run out of this half here, then we'll be pretty nice. Pretty good looking. Man, it is windy. It feels like and sounds like my house is about to fall down. All right, Illinois basketball. I think I got that possession arrow right. So I'll change that right when Illinois is able to inbound it. Illinois 30, second half. Fouls. Okay, fouls. I think I got everything right on that scoreboard. This keep the score co. They have really nice little scoreboard templates here. It's really easy. Most of it's free, but if you want more, like if you want to change the colors, like on my little control panel for the scoreboard, I have the Illinois side. The text is orange with the base navy, and then on the Syracuse side, their base colors orange with the text navy. But unless you get like their premium, then you can't change that. But otherwise, I highly recommend it. And if I would have an Apple computer, I could download a software where I could, instead of having to full screen share like I am now, I could just put it on top of my screen. That OBS software, I'd like to get that, and MacBook is on my Christmas list because I would like to get some software like that for live streaming and stuff to make it a little bit better. But
join in the Disney tradition, the Disney Ultimate Toy Drive. Visit Disney.com/toy drive to learn how you can help bring joy to children in need this holiday season.
Fran Fraschilla, they just came back from break, and Fran Fraschilla is just over here sitting with his headset off, and then they come on, and he doesn't realize he's on camera, and he's just looking down, and he looks up, and he's like, whoa, puts his headset on. Oh, that's good. Illinois took twice as many threes as they did twos in that first half. That is outrageous. Also, I'll probably drink beers for fun when I'm older. But people at sporting events is getting out of control. At a Quad City Storm game, there were just like 3 people in the background there drinking beers, just chugging them. At the Storm game, there was a fan fight because it was dollar beer night, so those guys are probably drunk. And then the guy sitting next to me, he had 14 Bud Lights in a hockey game, during a hockey game. And he was wasted by the end of the night. Illinois, 12 of 37 on field goals. Syracuse, 8 of 24. 2 teams that haven't been able to shoot. But we're underway in the second half. Possession arrow goes to Syracuse. The Illini now moving to the hoop on the left of the screen. Matthew Meyer underneath. Rejected. Another block. Luckily, the Illini able to get it back off a turnover. Shannon on the drive. Kick for Hawkins. Shot fake, and now he nearly turns it over. Long 3, Melendez. Short. That was an embarrassing possession. Sloppy as heck by the Illini. Clearly made no halftime adjustments. It's 30-23. 30 seconds into the second half. Nice steal. Matthew Meyer to intercept the pass. And then an even stupider foul on Chris Bell going back the other way. Meyer got a good look underneath. He's really had a struggling game to this point. He had a good look underneath on that last possession, but then he just lost the handle. And otherwise, he would have layup, but ended up getting blocked. Here's Clark, man in the point now. Melendez. Clark and him trade touches. Now Hawkins grabs it in the paint, bodies up, corner 3. Meyer, another miss. It's out of bounds to Illinois off of Edwards. Matthew Meyer, I've never seen anything like it, but he's been horrible today. Can't make a shot to save his life, and guess what? The Illini have already shot 2 threes in this half. Brad Underwood, he's not against shooting threes. He wants his team to shoot threes, and he's not. This year, he thinks he got a team that doesn't need to run an offense, can just chuck up threes. He said that at the beginning of the season. but I haven't liked watching it. And it might hurt you when you play really good teams, as they will against Texas. And it did against Virginia. Corner 3 from Terrence Shannon, who misses. And now in transition comes Mintz. Dishes there, driving baseline. Nice defense inside by Shannon. It comes back to Mintz, guarded by Clark. Mintz to the left hand, between the legs. And now looking for somewhere to go. He'll just bank it out to his outlet there, Williams. Back to Mintz with a drive. Misses the layup. Nice rebound by Williams and a foul. Another foul there on Meyer, who's got to come out of this game because he can't rebound, he can't make his shots, and he keeps fouling. So, that's all I've got to say. So, Mintz shooting 2 at the line here. Or, excuse me, Williams will. He has the first one. Gosh, dang it! You come out of halftime, make an adjustment. Go on a run out of the locker room. Don't look the same. Same thing with Illinois football. Make adjustments as it's now 30-25 against a team that just lost to Bryant. 18-26 in the second half. Shannon fakes the pass, and now he opts to go to Clark instead. Back up high for Shannon. Nice play. Hawkins fakes the shot now with a hook. He's 2 for 2 on the hook shots today. Gets those 2 points back. The lead is back up to 7. It's 32-25. Hook shot working out for Coleman Hawkins today. Edwards. Dangerous pass there. But Taylor able to get to it, and now he opts for Mintz. Jumper from the free throw line, no good. Another offensive rebound for Syracuse. Edwards misses the layup. It's out of bounds to Illinois. So Illini ball here. Clark to Melendez, back to Clark. They want Coleman down there, but they can't get him. There he is. One-hand pass to Meyer. Back to Coleman. Knocked out of his arms by Edwards. Now Minson fast on the fast break. 3 there. He's got it. Justin Taylor with a transition 3. It's 32-28. Syracuse made their halftime adjustments. Illinois doesn't. Back to Hawkins. He shoots. He misses. We say it again. Make your shots. Stop shooting if you can't make it. He had room. He didn't drive. He just pulled up and missed it. You knew it was going to happen. Mintz. And we got a foul inside on Terrence Shannon Jr. No, it's an offensive foul on Edwards. Ball to the Illini. I can't do this team. Inconsistent. Well, it's consistent that we're terrible. That's what's consistent. What's inconsistent is our ability to score, our ability to play defense. Everything about us is not anywhere top quality. North Carolina just lost 2 games. Yeah, they're still better than us because they actually look like a real basketball team. We've had an easy schedule. We've been able to blow past them. Only good wins against UCLA, who's now gone down the drain. But you got to win these games. Hawkins now at the point. He has nowhere to go. And now uses his left-hand dribble. Uses his pivot. Now Clark, baseline, corner. Shannon for 3. He's got it. Terrence Shannon Jr., huge 3. And the lead is again back up to 7. Shannon's been the momentum killer. All 12 of his points via the 3s. He's 4 for 11. Mintz. Mintz now guarded by Meyer after the switch. Make that Hawkins. Another switch. Mintz looking down low. It was taken away by Meyer. Clark gets beat. Shot fake. Jumper. No good. Nice rebound. Hawkins better box out Melendez. Here's Clark. Slow things down. Shannon. Long 3. Air balls. Meyer. Stepped out of bounds. Under 16 timeout. Horrible start to the second half for the Illini, but luckily Syracuse is just as terrible because they still lead by 7. The Illini are nothing special today, but they're just getting lucky. I think 7 points is Illinois' biggest lead. And what's that going to do you against Syracuse? Absolutely nothing. I think the way to describe it is I'm embarrassed. Even if we win, that shows not only can we win ugly, but it also shows that we can barely beat a 3-3 team that just lost to Bryant. I think that's something, I mentioned this earlier, but if you weren't on, so we got nobody on right now, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is an Illinois team that can't go on a run. DeSumo and Frazier, they could all go on runs because they were high percentage 3-point shooters. These guys can, but they got to put their work to it. So they got their second bit of guys as Shannon and Clark are all on the bench here. Syracuse ball here. Inbound cleanly in to Taylor, who's played a good game. Now to Mintz. Taylor able to force off Melendez as here comes Mintz. A little crossover. He's guarded by Rogers. And now Edwards inside again beats Danger. Danger is just too slow today. And obviously you need Hawkins to get a rest, but Danger hasn't been able to squat. It's back to a 5-point lead. Epps goes to the right hand and slows things up. Melendez. Now Rogers. Nice job, Rogers inside. He misses a layup. Danger with the cleanup on the rebound. He misses a layup. Danger missed another layup. You're wide open. Now on the other end, Syracuse layup block. Edwards gets a rebound. Hawkins is too slow. The jumper no good. Another Syracuse rebound. And now Mintz. Foul. Ah! Slowness. This is the team that's fast on the offensive end, slow on the defensive end. Stupid. They're stupid in their brains. And Syracuse is going to the line for a chance to get back within 3 against number 16. Syracuse just lost to Bryant. I'm embarrassing myself in front of people, but I don't care because this Illinois team ain't going to go anywhere. If you think they're going to go anywhere, then good for you, but they aren't. First free throw, no good. I don't know why I put one there. $14:41 to play. Second free throw, no good. So it's still 35-30. Here come the Illini. 1 for 5 on free throws. Syracuse 7 for 14. Here's Epps down low. Hawkins, Melendez, corner 3. He's got it. RJ Melendez, his first three-pointer of the day. Lead, one of their biggest of the day. It's up to 8. Just over 14 to play. Mintz, guarded by, why can I not get his name right? Rogers. Now Melendez, guarding there in the corner. Has nowhere to go. Back to Edwards. Edwards, the left hand on Hawkins. Edwards loses the ball. It hits off the top of the shot clock. The refs don't see it. Rogers on the drive, and he's fouled. Mint's first foul of the game, third team here in the second. When I get the ball here, 38 or 27 to shoot. Here's Epps. Nice play to Hawkins. Hawkins uses a dribble. Now in the corner, Shannon. No. And the rebound again goes to Syracuse. Here they come in transition. Mintz at the point. Finds Rogers. He overthrew him. Out of bounds to Illinois. Timeout, Syracuse. I'm going to be happy if we win, but I'm not going to be as happy as I would be if we won by 30 points. I understand that blowing people out is not a learning experience, but if you're really good, you beat a team like this by 30 points. And Illinois teams tend to take teams for granted. Can't do it. Can't happen.
Enjoy all the crunch without the calories. Cuisinart's air fryer, toaster, oven, and grill. Our innovative technology lets you fry food with powerful ultra-hot air and 98% less oil. And with the grill function, sear and grill meat, fish, and veggies. Say yes to healthy and delicious with the Cuisinart air fryer, toaster, oven, and grill.
Still windy outside. So Jim Boeheim lost both of his kids, Buddy Boeheim and Jimmy Boeheim. Jim Boeheim's son, Buddy, averaged 38 minutes a game. 38 minutes a game, excuse me. Isn't that insane? He get 2 minutes of rest on average. Wow. Illinois basketball here as Epps will bring it up. He's out there with Sincere Harris, RJ Melendez, Ty Rogers and Coleman Hawkins. Epps, Melendez. Bounce pass to Hawkins. Misses too strong. As Edwards picks up another board. Here's Mintz for Syracuse. Just over 13 to play. Now it goes back to Edwards. Guarded by Hawkins. Nice D, Coleman Hawkins. That's a goaltend. That ain't going to count. That's a good call. Here's Epps. Now Melendez. Epps and Melendez trade touches. Now a lob pass to Hawkins, who touches it right back to Melendez. Does the same now to Epps, and now it's just Shannon. Right back to Epps. Melendez pass fake. Now he goes for Rogers. Hawkins spins, and he's fouled at the rim. Hawkins down in pain, but it looks like he's just kind of trying to sell something as he goes down. The Illini will head to the line here for their 6th and 7th free throws of the day. But that's another one where I feel like you got to finish on the rim. He's hitting your left hand. You're shooting with your right. I'd like to see a finish there from Hawkins. But this is a good chance. Get out to double-digit lead here. Hawkins' first free throw. He missed. The Illini are 1 for 6. 5 points left out on free throws. 5. We're up 43 to 30 if you make all your free throws. Something this younger generation's horrible at, even in my middle school games. Joke at the free throw line. Hawkins second. You're 1 for 7 on points that they're handing to you. That's why they're called free throws. Mintz. Fancy dribbling guarded by Rogers. Back to Mintz at the point. He drives, now steps back out. Kick down low from Edwards. Knocked away. Down to the floor goes Shannon. That was a nice defensive play by Melendez. Shannon able to pop right back up. And now, no look pass Hawkins to Rogers. Back to Hawkins. His first 3-point of the day is good. Coleman Hawkins, he can't make a free throw, but he can make a long 3. The lead is up to double digits. It's 41-30. And that's big. Mintz drives. No answer. Melendez, another sharp defensive play. The Illini are running. Shannon to the rim. He missed the layup. The Illini missed another layup. How many layups have they missed? I'm going to look at the shot chart after this. That's got to be their 6th or 7th layup that they missed. It's not even contested. Mintz, the kick, the 3. Yes. Answer on the other end. Lead back out to 8. God! Timeout Syracuse! If you can't go on a run, then why even play the game? In middle school, it's about learning, yeah. In elementary school, it's about learning. In college, it's about winning. 8 points against a team that just lost to Bryan ain't going to do you any good. No good. And I'm sorry, but this team's capable of nothing. If they aren't going to make any adjustments, if they aren't going to be able to take off momentum, that's huge in sports. Build off momentum. But sitting back, thinking you're hot stuff, beating the team by 11, and you making a 3, that's what Hawkins does. He has a head. He has a huge head, thinking that he's the coolest kid on the planet because he can make a 3, and they're beating the team that just lost to Bryant by 11. Play the game the right way. Get back on defense. Play hard on offense. Rebound the ball. Make your free shots. Do it the way. Play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Play the game the way it was designed. James Naismith didn't waste all this time making the sport for a bunch of these 20-year-old kids to just chuck up 3s, miss them, make no adjustments, anything like that. Horrible. Yeah, there you go, Brad Underwood. He's just ripping into his guys, as he should. I'd be the most ticked off guy on the planet if I was Brad Underwood. Whole 2 weeks to prepare for this team because you probably don't do that much preparation for Lindenwood because that should have been an easy win. He's only won by like 25 points or something. $11:22 to play. Still very much in reach. The Illini have a chance to put it away. Up by 11 or 12, whatever it was. Shannon, wide open layup, misses it. That could be 13. You get a transition point, and you start moving in the right direction. Nope, let's just give him a 3 because we don't want to get back on defense. Huh, Coleman Hawkins. Huh, Terrence Shannon. Those two hotheads. Illini basketball here. 11:20 to play. 41-33. Clark and Shannon up high. Now Hawkins at the free throw line takes a dribble and plays it back to Clark. Meyer on the wing returns it to Clark for 3. Long rebound to Syracuse, but it's knocked out of bounds. Another 3 chucked up by Sky Clark, who I don't think have made one yet. Hawkins has 1. Epps has 2. Shannon has 4 threes. I think those are the only guys that have made anything. Meyer hasn't made one on his attempts. Meyer has the ball here. I don't like to see him back out on the floor. He's double teamed in the corner. Never go to the corner. That looked out of bounds. The Illini grab it back. Here's Shannon on the drive and the kick to Clark. Shot fake. In tight. Hawkins with the jumper. Jumper from the free throw. Coleman Hawkins. Lead back up to double digits at 10. Just under halfway through the second half. Here's Mintz. Now a wide open 3 as Hawkins again can't get back on defense. It's missed badly, however. Clark with the rebound. Illini in transition, but the pass from Clark intended for Shannon is tipped out of bounds by Mintz. Judah Mintz has sure played a great game. He's a fast, young freshman guard, 6'3", 172, averaging 16.2 points a game, and he's lived up to that. Here's Clark. We'll slow things down on the inbound now, and Terrence Shannon Jr. on the right wing. And now Hawkins, back up high, Clark with a 3. He misses another one. Nice job, Meyer on the rebound. And then he is fouled by Mintz. So the Illini have 14 offensive rebounds. Syracuse only has 8. But I think defensive rebounds is where we want to look at. Shannon, nice inbound. Hawkins, who misses that jumper that time. And another foul on Syracuse. Do we have a shooting foul here? Are they going to say that Meyer was going up there? Or excuse me, Shannon? Yeah, they're going to say that Shannon will shoot 2 free throws. He makes it! Finally, the Illini make a free throw. Lead back out to 11. That's 44-33. Edwards will now head to the box. He's at 4 fouls. Or, not head to the box. I'm so used to hockey. Head to the bench. He's at 4 fouls on 9 points. Thank God we needed him out. Shannon's second free throw. Left-hander. He's 2 of 2 from the line. There's an Illini player making a free throw. That gets some fans on their feet here at the State Farm Center. They're liking that. As the inbound from Biang, or whatever his name is able to get through, but some great pressure by Illinois. And is that 8 seconds? It looks like we have a shot clock issue, I guess. I think Illinois people thought they had a thought that they got a 8-second violation, but I guess we have a shot clock issue. Yeah, it was at 20 when they inbounded. The shot clock was. Huh. Okay, so they're going to put the shot clock at 21 seconds. So they're saying 9 seconds ran off there, but they never got the ball across half court. So if 9 seconds went off, then that's an 8-second violation, right? That's odd. Here's Mintz driving off the inbound. Nice defense from Epps. And we got a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Syracuse. I guess I'm not going to flip that until Syracuse is able to get it in, but it is Syracuse ball. Inbounded here easily, but he got him in the corner. Nice defense from Hawkins. Pass able to get away. Better defense, Meyer. But, jeez. Stupid. Ball's just bouncing all over the place. We got 3 guys guarding 1 guy, and then here comes a guy wide open. It's a 10-point lead again. They just can't break out and get the few big shots that we need. Here's Hawkins. No look pass. Epps corner 3. Yes! That's been his money spot. Jaden Epps, 3. His third 3 of the night. All 3 from that same spot in the corner. Lead to 13. That might be the biggest lead of the game. Now a Jack up high. Mintz rolling off is Gerard. Gerard fakes the pass, and now he takes it to Mintz. Screen by Jacques. Mintz on the drive. Missed the layup. And another bullcrap call by these officials. Calling every single time a guy gets touched a foul on the Illini. Foul on Jaden Epps. (48-35). 9 minutes to play. Syracuse with the inbound. And nearly overthrew it. Nice job to grab that by Taylor, who's now forced back out to the wing by Clark. Clark still with good defense. Taylor with a fadeaway. Air ball. Bodies go flying to the floor. And we have a foul on Syracuse, I believe. That's their 7th foul. 1-1 for the Illini here. We'll see if they can make these free throws down the stretch as we're now under 9 minutes to go. $48 points ain't going to cut it. We got to score more than that. Melendez on the 1-1. Rings in and out. Make your gosh dang free throws. Here comes Syracuse with speed the other way. Torrance, left-hand drive, now the kick. Mintz, right-hand drive into the paint. He spins, he shoots, and he's fouled. That's a flop! Bullcrap! Foul on Sky Clark. Joke! It's a joke! Big Ten refs gotta do something about this. Every game. They call these ticky-tacky junk calls. Mintz shooting the free throws. He has the first one. Refs don't realize they're just giving teams points. He's not fouled. Use your eyes. I understand it's hard when they're in the paint and stuff, but when he's shooting a fadeaway jumper, nobody within 2 feet of him, it's probably not a foul. Both free throws go. 48-37. 8:30 to play. Melendez, Clark, Melendez again. Coleman, Epps in the corner where he hit that three earlier. Epps not to pull the trigger there. Now it's up high for Clark. Back to Hawkins. He's got Epps in the corner if he wants them. Instead, Hawkins will drive, pull back out. Clark fouled. That's Edwards' 5th foul. Is it 6 in college to foul out? Oh, excuse me. That's going to be on Torrance instead, rather. His 2nd. And another 1-and-1 here for Illinois. Clark's first free throw, good. All right. Second free throw from Clark. That one's good. Back-to-back switches on the free throw line for Sky Clark. Lead back up to 13. Let's see if the Illini can just put Syracuse in the dust here. That'd be nice. Nice defense on the press, but they allow some transition. However, the alley-oop pass overthrown, intended for Justin Taylor, the freshman guard who hasn't had too bad of a game out of Charlottesville, Virginia. And I'm just going to say this just for fun. We have not said his name at all today. Malik Brown, number 1 for Syracuse, the freshman out of Culpeper, Virginia. I love that name. Culpeper. That pep.
Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase. The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Loyalty members earn 5 times miles on flights. Going up. And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
How much longer we got in this game? Because I don't got much energy to make it through. 2 people on 50-37 Illinois. All right. Oh my gosh, these commercial breaks kill me. They're so long.
14 years ago, Dave, I did it. I did that night. That gentleman is now an assistant coach, Chester Frazier. Career high 12 assists. And now he's back on the bench.
Well, we got 7:56 to go, so that's under 8 minutes. We can do that. All right, Illini with the ball. I'd love some points here. Shannon, Clark. Clark looking for Rogers. Rogers has nowhere to go. He'll underhand it back to Clark, and now Hawkins back out there. Hawkins left-hand drive, and now the kick. Melendez corner three. He's got it! R.J. Melendez starting to find his groove. The lead is up to 16. Biggest of the day. And now the full court pressure coming again. Ball able to come to Taylor. Long pass connects with Jacques. And now back to Taylor. Here's Mintz. Clark falls to the floor, but now Torrance back to Rogers in deep. Rogers spins into the paint. Lost the handle. Sky Clark in transition. Back to Melendez. The finish and the foul. And one, R.J. Melendez. He took it to the rim. Finally, an Illini makes a layup. And he's fouled as well. What a job to strip it from Edwards by Clark on one end. Melendez with the layup finish, and then the foul, and one. Oh, baby. Foul on Mintz as well, even better. Melendez flexing, as he should. Finally, they find that separation, and now this is to make it a 19-point game. Melendez hits it. A 3-point play from R.J. Melendez. He's had the Illini's last 6 points. It's 37-56. Syracuse will change up some of their personnel here. Here's Mintz on the other end. He falls down when he was shooting. No foul called. Melendez running the floor again. Shannon wanted to shoot it. He did not. Just slow things down. I like it. Late joining the play is Mintz as he's back up after his fall on the other end. Melendez, nice pass to Rogers from Hawkins. It goes back up high. Great ball movement from the Illini. Rogers pass to the hoop. Hey, got the floater. Ty Rogers, he's on the board for the first time today. Lead is 21. The Illini finally generate some separation with 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second half. Now they're finding their groove. Now they're going on the run. Mintz pressured by Melendez. Mintz will go to the right hand now between the legs to the left. Looking for Rogers in deep. Edwards in deep. He just doesn't have it. Long 2 jumper doesn't go. Edwards and Coleman wrestle for it. And the possession arrow heads to the Illini, as it was called a jump ball. Clark to Shannon, back to Clark. And again to Shannon. Nice Rogers to Hawkins, who's destroyed. No foul. Melendez now in the drive. Passes it to Rogers. Loses the handle. Lucky bounce right there to Shannon. And the dish. Hawkins up and under. Shannon to Coleman. Hawkins after great defense by Taylor, but the Illini able to find some room. Taylor on the ball here. Lead is all the way up to 23. That gets some fans on their feet. 60-37, 12 run for the Illini, and we got a charge! Hawkins draws the charge. Oh, the energy just sucked out of Syracuse. A 12-0 run for the Illini. Oh, baby, this is what this team needed. Get some energy. There's the run I've been talking about. So Maryland just beat Louisville, and in the ACC Big Ten Challenge, ACC leads 2-1, so that Maryland win was the first one for the Big Ten. Uh-oh. Number 6 Baylor down 20 to Marquette. Marquette's a team that upset Illinois last year, and they just have stinky upsets every year, it seems like. Clark will slow things down. Him and Shannon trade passes. And Clark will come right back to Shannon. Dish to Hawkins here at the free throw line. He'll bounce it back out beyond the three-point arc for Melendez. And now right back in Hawkins' hands. Faked the three. Played it to Clark. Jumper from the free throw line. No good. Long rebound to Taylor of Syracuse. And now Mintz. Shot fake for three. And then that three goes for Chris Bell. Syracuse back within 20. Here's Hawkins again. Pivots, dishes, Rogers, up high Clark. Clark stops on a dime. His cross-court pass from Melendez, tipped by Mintz, out of play. So Mintz has only scored 5 points today. So he's been a difference for Syracuse, but he hasn't been the difference like we've seen him so far this season. Here's Clark, left to right dribble. Oh, he missed the layup, but that would have been a highlight reel if he would have. Mintz on the fast break. Oh, that's a finish. What a job, Judah Mintz. He fakes the shot with his left hand, still has time in the air to bring it under. And he goes right over Melendez for the second time today. He did a poster dunk on top of Melendez in the first half. 4 minutes to go. Illini lead by 18. Clark, Shannon, Hawkins. Hawkins takes a dribble. And it goes right back out to Clark. Returns the favor for Hawkins. Hawkins, Shannon, long three. Misses too far. Edwards is able to get it out. And then that transition three, Taylor rings around and out. In fast break, Shannon. Oh, what a dribble! And he lost the handle eventually. That was touched out of bounds. Horrible call by the officials. Bodies go flying to the ground. The Illini have it, and Melendez has nearly a poster, but he jumped a bit too soon. Hawkins down on the ground for the second time today, but Melendez will be heading to the line. Under 4 timeout. The Illini look like they're going to escape. It was ugly looking early on. Even early on in the second half, it was ugly looking, but they've caught on nicely. So windy out there. So windy, like my house is even shaking. nearly 2 hours into the stream. I think we'll hit that mark. It's been a long night. Ooh, Clemson and Penn State are in overtime. Wow. Melendez first free throw. He hits it. Second free throw right on through as well. Back-to-back switches for Melendez. Lead back up to 20. But right off the inbound, Syracuse going fast. Mintz pull-up goes. And the answer with 2 on the other end. Shannon and Epps. Epps for Hawkins at the free throw line. Right back up high for Epps. Wanted to pull the trigger, but he opted not to. Hawkins here at the point. Epps. Melendez in the corner. Nice dish to Hawkins. Now this side, Shannon for 3. He's got it! Terrence Shannon Jr., the lefty, has a 3. Shannon, the senior guard, the transfer. He's making his presence known here in Champaign. Lead to 21. Here's Williams having some issues with Melendez, who stripped him. Hawkins there to pick it up. His pass a bit too out of reach for Epps. Illini turnover. Bell for 3. That ain't gonna go. Rebound to Meyer. Final 2 minutes. Shannon Epps just worrying about killing clock here as Hawkins feeds Meyer, looking for his first points of the day. He'll get it! Finishing the foul. He put it up and in. Matthew Meyer adds 2, looking to make it 3. First points of the game. Everybody getting on the scoreboard for Illinois. Free throw good for Myers. 66. Oops. 68-44. Shannon will come out of the game. He gets a warm round of applause. Nice work from him. He hit some clutch threes. And he really started that Illini 12-0 run, which broke this game open. Mintz three-pointer off the mark. Nice rebound. However, it's then knocked out of the hand by Clark, but they're going to call a foul. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to end this stream because the game is over. And I have something that I got to go do. We signed up for like this hitting thing, and it's a hitting training program, and it's already late here in the central side of the things. Coleman Hawkins, fans like that. Coleman Hawkins pumped up. He gets a triple-double. That's a great way to go out. 15 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. A triple-double, Coleman Hawkins. After a horrible game against Lindenwood the other night, he scores 15 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Huge day, Coleman Hawkins. Good to see him back in midseason form. Good to see him back to his old self. What do I leave this? We made it over 2 hours. Thanks for watching, everybody. Signing off. Eli and I are going to take this one. Goodbye, buddy.